Hey guys, what is going on today? Bojo here, bringing you guys my team build for the Stanley Hut playoffs this year. As you guys know, I did the whole video, I let you guys know about it on Twitter, but if you didn't know, the Stanley Hut playoffs are back this year. Yours truly is hosting it. If you guys want to know all the information, all the matchups, and everything else, all the rules about the Stanley Hut playoffs, there's a video in the link in the description. Make sure you guys go check that out. It'll explain everything for you. But as you know, we got randomized to a different team in the playoffs. I ended up getting Pittsburgh, so I had to build my team around the team that I hate pretty much the most in the NHL. But we got our jerseys all set up already. We got the arena set as the Pittsburgh arena. I went in, even changed my logo from the Phantoms logo to the Penguins, and yes, I know Flyers fans, trust me, it hurts me just as much as it hurts you guys looking at that thing and seeing that it is my logo. Anyways, I'm just kidding with you Pens fans. I know I give you guys a ton of crap all the time, but I'm going to do my best to win this tournament for all my Pens fans out there, as well as my Flyers fans would like to see me succeed. So this is the team that I am going to put out there for round number 1 against Brent. As you guys know, our overall team cap is 1,600, so our total overall of our players has to not go over 1,600, not excluding the goalies, and I hit 1,600 right on the dot. So this is the team that I'm going to be running with. I can make changes to it, obviously, throughout the tournament. As long as it still stays under or at 1,600, we're good to go. But here's the team I'm going to be using against Brent, X-Tech, and the Columbus Blue Jackets. First line, I'm going to be running with Steve Sullivan, the 99 overall Team of the Year, Sidney Crosby, and the 92 overall November, Phil Kessel. Now, when building this team, I definitely wanted to stack up my first 2 lines for sure, and I went to go with a lot of the synergies that I think will really benefit me in the long run. I'll tell you guys all about that as we go through the build, but I've had a lot of experience using Steve Sullivan this year. He only played a couple games for the Pens, so I was going to throw him in there just because he's pretty much the poor man's Pavel Bure in this game. Solid player. Sidney Crosby, you know, he's a solid player, can't deny that. The 99 overall, you can't go wrong with that. It's a solid card all around. It's going to have amazing stats everywhere you go. And then obviously I threw Phil the Thrill on there just to have a nice little sniper in there so that these two can work with, can feed the puck, can snipe a few goals here and there. I think it's a really solid first line. Second pair, we go to Josh Archibald, the Christmas of Getting Malkin, Team of the Year Josh Archibald, and the All-Star Game 90 overall Carl Hagelin. I was looking for this card for a little bit. I wanted to really try him out. He has some pretty sick speed stats on him. He's got 96 acceleration, 96 agility, 95 speed. That pretty much gets boosted up to probably 99s with all the synergies I have activated. So it's a really fast card. He's really small. He's only 5'10". He's probably going to get knocked around a little bit, so I'm really excited to use this card. I tried him out for a couple games, and he's pretty speedy. I really do like him. His acceleration really gets going once you get him the puck. His acceleration is insane. This Christmas Malkin I've had since that Christmas pack. I pulled him in there. I might as well use him. I wanted to try to get a 99 Malkin, but that would really hurt like my bottom 6, so I'm just going to use the Christmas of Getting Malkin and stay with that. And then really continue to stack up speed on this line on the wings and put that All-Star Game Carl Hagelin on there with the 96 skating. Probably gets boosted up to 99 as well with all the synergies. Once again, good speed, can play defense, really good penalty killer as well. Actually, solid defense on him. He's a really awesome winger to have. Speedy, can shoot, can dangle, can play defense, all around really great player. Third pair, we're going to go to the Milestone 87 overall Lee Stepniak, the Junior Flashback 85 overall Jordan Stahl, and I'm also going to use the Christmas 90 overall Biz Nasty Paul Bissonnette. Now, Stepniak was an interesting choice because I wanted to really focus on defense, a strictly defensive line, and this is what I'm going to be using mainly for my defensive line. Granted, if I do run into trouble or if I get into other rounds of the playoffs, I might switch this Biz Nasty out for some other offensively minded player there on the third line. Because right now, all I'm focusing on is defense on this third pair. Obviously, Biz Nasty has some decent skating stats, can really truck some other players. So that's what I'm really putting Biz Nasty in there, is just for a little bit of grit, a little bit of strength, just to throw the body around there a little bit, knock some of the weaker players off the puck. That's what he's for. I needed Jordan Stahl in there because my team does have a very strong weakness, which I'll explain after I'm going through the entire team. I definitely wanted to use this Jordan Staal, mainly for the synergies too, for Cycle Game and X-Ray. And then this Lee Stepniak, it's kind of like a base Wayne Simmons, I guess you could say, in a sense, where it's his stats are all like 87, 86 overall. So I think it should just be a solid, nice little card to use right there. And then obviously with all those high overalls that I'm going to show you guys on my back end as well, I had to put a less than stellar fourth line out there, but still, they're not too bad. 82 overall, Tanner Glass, Stanley Cup edition, Cal O'Reilly, and then Brian Rust. Cal O'Reilly was actually the last person I wanted to put on the squad, so he fortunately made the squad at 80 overall. I got the Team of the Week, Brian Rust, in there as well. Couldn't fit Connor Sheary in there. It was either Rust or Sheary that I was going to put in, and couldn't find the 83 overall Team of the Week Connor Sheary, I think, so ended up going with Brian Rust's Team of the Week. I think there's only one more better card than him. I think it's his Stanley Cup edition card, so we're going with that Brian Rust right there. Once again, this fourth line is basically to just waste some time and put like a couple low shots on the net. This fourth line out there is just basically a clock killer to make sure that all three of these lines can get full energy and back rolling. Once again, I'm not expecting to score with these guys at all during this entire series. If I do, it'll be crazy, and if it's going to be anyway, it'll probably be either Brian Rust or Tanner Glass putting it home. I doubt Cal O'Reilly can score with those stats that he has, but for right now, it's a solid fourth line. I think they'll be able to do pretty well, especially Tanner Glass. He might be able to shield the puck away from some players pretty well, but overall, offensively, like I said, the first two lines, first line is all about offense, second line is all about speed, third line is all about defense, fourth line, a clock killer, and a energy saver, I guess you could say, for my first three lines. As we go to the defense now, we got the 94 overall Team of the Year, Chris Letang, and the 90 overall All-Star Game, Alex Goligoski. So I haven't used Letang at all this year. I used them for one tryout game so far, and I really do like him. I love right-handed defensemen, though, in this game. I love all righties. I definitely wanted to get at least one amazing defender in Chris Letang to get him a righty, and Goligoski right there. Still not a bad card. He's got some good offensive stats. He's actually a really good offensive defenseman who can play some good defense as well. So that's a pretty good card right there. Second pair, I got the Hut Hero Larry Murphy, and then the 87 overall Team of the Week, Justin Schultz. Schultz I have out there for some speed and some offense once again, especially on the power play. And then, as I mentioned, I like right-handed defensemen, so I had to go out and get Larry Murphy. Same synergies as Scott Niedermayer, who I have on my online team, but I'm excited to try out Larry Murphy and see if he compares at all to the way Niedermayer plays, because their stats are very similar. So I'm excited to see how Larry Murphy will perform with this team. And as you guys know, I really focused on defense a lot. I really wanted to build my defensive core up fairly well, because I know a lot of offenses in this tournament are going to have a lot of speedy players. So I want to make sure that I put some offensive players with some speed on there to keep up with those guys, as well as having a couple guys with some really good defensive stats, which is what the third line is all for my penalty killing units pretty much. Got the milestone 86 overall Brooks Orpik and the 86 overall player of the game, Matt Niskanen. These guys are mainly for my penalty killers, kill off the penalties, block some shots. Hopefully they can get the job done. As we move on to the goaltenders here, I'm going to rock out on my boy, man. I'm going to rock out on my boy. This guy was a stud for me 2 years ago, I think, or no, not 2 years ago, last year when I used him in Hockey Ultimate Team, that Team of the Year, Matt Murray. I'm coming back to you once again, my brother. 96 overall Team of the Year, Matt Murray. Hopefully he can pull it through for me once again like he did last year. I loved Murray's Team of the Year card, I think either last year or 2 years ago, whatever it was. It was a stud of a goaltender. And hopefully he can do the same for me this year. And then I also have the 91 overall milestone Marc-Andre Fleury, just as a backup in case he needs to go in here every now and then. But mainly got him for the synergies for that two-team wheel. Rocking out with John Williams for the synergies, team wheel, It's a Trap, and Wrecking Crew for those three synergies. Now, speaking of synergies, I have a lot active. I think I have 7 player synergies activated and 6 team synergies activated. So we have Passing Playmaker, which is on. We have Wicked Wrister is on. Offensive Juggernaut, just between Kessel and Murphy, but that's on. Defensively Responsible is on. We also have Heavy Hitter, which is on. And then we get into some of the team synergies. So one-timer efficiency is on, so every player is going to get hand-eye passing, offensive awareness, and slapshot power increases. Cycle game, so everybody's going to have more endurance, agility, puck control, and better passing. Tape to tape, that's on as well. More passing, offensive awareness, and poise. Team wheel is on, so all my players are going to be a little bit faster than they normally are. team shot blocking, so we get more agility, balance, shot blocking, and durability with those guys. Shoutouts to Archibald and Letang for getting that done. Call the shot is on. Cal O'Reilly helping that out. That's the main reason why I put Cal O'Reilly on this team, just so that Crosby and Tanner Glass can get a little increase to call the shot. And then we have Takeaway King, which is on. Defensive awareness and stick checking, passing and poise for Hagelin and Archibald. And then Wrecking Crew, the team synergy. The first time I've had this synergy activated as well. +3 to acceleration, balance, body checking, and strength. So hopefully that nice little strength increase will help my players keep control of that puck a little bit more than they are used to. And I think that's it. Yeah, that's all my synergies I have activated. Once again, like I said, I have 13 total synergies activated, and 6 of them are team synergies, 7 of them are individual player synergies. So everybody on the squad is getting some increase of some stat. Mainly they're in the speed stats, and that's kind of what I wanted to focus on, making the slower end players, like, you know, like the Stalls and the O'Reillys and the Stepniaks, a little bit more faster out there on the ice, just to compete with those high speed teams that I know I'm going to be hopefully going up against. But that's the team that I am going to be rocking with this year in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Once again, we are going up against X-Tech and the Columbus Blue Jackets in round number 1. Hopefully, Brent will not give us a close call as he did in the World Cup of Hockey tournament a couple months back. But I'm excited to play Brent this year. And once again, guys, I'm excited to bring you this exciting tournament. And hopefully, for the Pens fans, for the Flyers fans, whatever side you may be on, we're going for the state of Pennsylvania in this playoff run. If you live in Pennsylvania, Flyers fans, Pens fans, whatever, cheer me on in this playoffs, and hopefully we can get a W all the way to the finals and win that cup. So, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think of my team. Maybe there might be some improvements to the squad. Remember, the total overall has to be at or under 1,600 the entire time. So if you guys want to know, if you guys want to suggest some possible players, especially this third line spot, Biznasty, I don't expect him staying the entire length of this playoff run. Might want to switch him out for somebody else, maybe like a Kunitz or something along those lines. But let me know what you guys think of the team. Let me know for some possible upgrades that you think I could add to the squad to make them a little bit better. You know, maybe activate another synergy here and there that you think I might need instead of something else. Other than that, thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe as always, and hopefully the next video I bring you guys regarding the Stanley Cup playoffs will be game number 1 between Pittsburgh and Columbus. So thank you guys for watching. See you next time. Peace.